components of the relations that are good for both countries, and we would like to continue, and this is very true with Israel. And we would like to continue our special effort between Israel and Syria. At this moment, it seems to be rather difficult for us to play the mediation between them, but we are not totally forgotten about the idea, and we will continue with this when the time comes. Regarding the Iran issue and the Tehran deal, as we call it, this was also a very interesting subject that is very recent, very alive. As you described, Turkey is trying to be active in its region, and we have many initiatives that to enrich the regional cooperation and to stabilize Turkey and surrounding region more, and to diminish the conflicts as much as possible. This is shortly referred as zero problem policy of Turkey with its neighbors. So this is the current policy of Turkey, and we try to realize this. Although we know that it is not easy, Turkey and the surroundings of Turkey shows that most of the world's problems are somehow close to us. We are in the Middle East, we are in Balkans, we are in Caucasia. So these three regions, if you also add Afghanistan to this, we are related, or we can play a good role in almost all of the problems in the world. Of course, there are many problem areas in Africa, but in most of the cases, Turkey can also play a very good role in Africa. When it comes to Iranian case, Iran versus the rest of the world, there was such an understanding, and the relations of Iran have been deteriorating with the rest of the world because of the nuclear policy of Iran, which was not satisfactorily open to the IAEA inspection. And because of this, Iran was under great pressure, and we were, like many others, we were trying to find out a way to bring Iran to diplomatic consultations, diplomatic talks with IAEA and other countries that are close to the issue. There is a group of countries called P5+1 or 3+3, that is the permanent members of the Security Council, plus Germany. And this was the deal that Turkey got together with Brazil recently, was originally a deal that was proposed to Iran by the so-called Vienna Group, which comprises Russia, France, the United States, and the IAEA as an organization. And 1 year ago, before the Turkish-Brazil deal, this deal was described and proposed to Iran, but Iran didn't accept it. Iran rejected it because of the lack of confidence, because this deal aims at taking some of the low-enriched uranium that Iran has accumulated over the years, to be exact 1,200 kilograms of them, which was believed 1 year ago as the total capacity of Iran, to take them out of Iran and to give Iran enriched uranium that Iran says that needs for its Tehran research facility for medical and other peaceful research purposes. And the rest of the world, they were thinking that if Iran agrees to this, Iran can show to the world that they have good intentions and they are not after the actual process or technology of enriching uranium, but only they are interested, as they are claiming, they are interested in the final product, which is the enriched uranium that can be used for many purposes, peaceful purposes. And for the Iranians, it was not possible to take this deal because they thought that when they gave their low enriched uranium, 1,200 kilograms of it, they will not get back the enriched one. They were never able to trust as from their point of view, Western world. So we thought that we can play a role there as a party that can be trusted by both sides. And we worked out a version of the original deal, which would include the swap, but with the Turkish component in between. And in this deal, the Iranians would send the low enriched uranium to Turkey. Turkey would take it and store it, and the countries that have the technology to enrich it would give Iran their enriched uranium, and only after that Turkey would give the low enriched uranium to the Vienna group. So this was the deal, and we thought that by doing this we would be celebrated, we would be congratulated, but eventually it is very strange that we were blamed of making this deal, and it was at the last moment, and Tehran was accused of playing on time, and we were accused of playing into the hands of Iranians. So this is one of the very interesting turnouts that diplomatic initiative may. But we are still on it, and we can go forward. So I think I have to stop here and leave the time for questions.
I would like to open this to the floor, but basically to give the floor back to the provost, who never got the chance of welcoming you because I hijacked his position.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The ambassador has kindly agreed to take a few questions, but we have microphones here. You have to...
Hello, Merhaba.
Merhaba.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel has given a speech about the failure of multikulti, and other German politicians, as well as the German population, have voiced their disdain towards immigrant groups. What is the Turkish political sentiment towards this? What do Turks think as a whole?
The Turkish policy is that we consider the Turkish immigrants or Turkish origin citizens of these countries. Of course, in case of Germany, the citizenship is a quite complicated case. Some of them are still not citizens, and originally Germany named Turkish immigrants as guest workers. So the guest was actually showing their approach. But they have been guests for 3 generations now. Some of them are very well integrated into the societies that they are living in, and because the numbers are highest in Germany, we are always talking about German case, but there are other European countries that a significant amount of Turks live there. We believe them as bridges between Turkey and Germany and the other countries, and also bridges like Turkey itself is playing the role. So we want them to be good citizens in their countries. We want them to be as engaged and as participating as possible, and we want them to actually contribute to the countries that they are serving, which is actually happening, especially in Germany. The 3rd generation Turks are becoming entrepreneurs. They are artists. they are